Hey guys, so I just took a phone call from a friend of mine who asked me, how do you forgive other people, and most importantly, how do you forgive yourself? And so I gotta tell you, if you want to forgive somebody, you have to literally break down the word. Because when we're in resentment or withholding or angry, I'm not gonna do this because so and so did that. Well, that's taking away from or withholding or shutting down. And so the whole meaning of the word forgive is literally for, give, Give. So it's actually two words. So when somebody does something to you and you don't like it and you retaliate, whether it's by getting back at them or not giving them something that they want, that is a form of retaliation. And when we forgive others, we actually start giving to others, whether that is we're giving them our prayers and we're giving them our good thoughts. The best way to forgive anybody is to pray for them for 2 weeks. I know some of you know this one. For 2 weeks, wishing them all the things that you ask for yourself. Health, prosperity, abundance, all of those blessings that you ask for yourself, ask for them. And sooner or later, you're going to start feeling better towards them. And it doesn't mean that you're going to put yourself back in a position where you were, possibly being abused or any of those things. It just means that you are sending them good wishes. And if it's a situation where you just really love this person and you adore this person and you want to be around them, well, then you have a conversation. Hey, look, this is what happened. I'm not okay with it. Can we, be around each other and this not happen? And if it can't, then you need to draw some boundaries. It's the same thing with, forgiving yourself. When you are forgiving yourself, you are literally taking your foot off your neck and you are starting to give yourself trust again. And you're starting to give yourself the things that you've been depriving yourself of. So, if traveling is one of those things that you just absolutely love to do, and I pick traveling because I absolutely love to travel. And then the best thing to do is to start to think, okay, well, if I were to travel, where would I go? And then once you figure out where you want to go, then you start to plan that. And when you're planning it, you put aside funds so that you can go on that trip you want to go on. Maybe another thing is that you've been so hard on yourself for so long, you're so used to saying, well, I'm going to screw that up, you stop doing that. First, every time you hear yourself say, I'm going to screw that up, you're like, whoop, stop it. Literally, stop it. Don't say that anymore, don't think that anymore. When you catch yourself saying, I'm going to go, I'm not going to say that. Okay? So then you start giving yourself an affirmation in its place. I'm pretty good at this. I used to be really good at this. I bet you I can be good at this again. That's forgiving yourself. Is finding opportunities to do the thing that you really enjoy doing in the way that would be the most beneficial way for you to receive it. Exactly the same as you would for anybody else. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with praying for blessings for yourself. Especially if you've been angry at yourself for a really long time and really hard on yourself and really up on your own neck. Because the reality is that if you're hard on yourself, right? If I'm hard on myself and I'm being tough on myself all the time, The person whom I love in the world, who I love most in the world, who I know for a fact loves me most in the world, I absolutely cannot hear it when they're giving me kudos. Just like they won't be able to hear me give them kudos and appreciation and thanks and you know, like, just really great affirmative, you know, words and phrases. They're not going to be able to hear it. Just like I won't be able to hear it if my foot is on my neck all the time because I'm being so tough on myself. So by forgiving myself, it allows other people's positive affirmations about me to come in. And then over time, I start to realize that I am getting what I've always wanted, and I'm happier and I'm more free. And when I can give to myself, then I have even more to give to somebody else. So, I hope that was helpful. It was definitely a helpful conversation for me. Remember, it's all good and it's all God, or it's not done. Have a great night.